A thrill of morbid fascination coursed through me. This was exactly what I'd been searching for. The next morning, the townsfolk, pale and drawn, gathered in the square. An unsettling quiet hung heavy in the air. A young woman was brought forward, her eyes wide with terror. As the ritual began, a low, guttural growl resonated from the woods beyond. The townspeople chanted in an unknown tongue, their voices laced with desperation. The girl screamed, a high-pitched keening that scraped at my sanity. Then, a monstrous figure emerged from the trees. It was skeletal, impossibly tall, with eyes that glowed like embers. The Wendigo. As it devoured the offering, the townsfolk cheered, relief etched on their faces. But the relief was short-lived. The Wendigo turned its burning gaze upon them. Panic erupted. People ran, but the creature was impossibly fast, its skeletal claws snatching victims with chilling ease. I fled too, adrenaline pumping through my veins. I could hear the screams behind me, fading into the distance. The woods were a labyrinth of gnarled branches and clinging shadows. Exhausted and lost, I stumbled upon a hidden cave. Inside, crude paintings covered the walls, depicting the Wendigo and the ritual. The final image sent a jolt of ice through my veins. It showed the townsfolk not offering a human, but themselves, transforming into the very creature they sought to appease. A horrifying truth dawned. The ritual didn't keep out winter, created the Wendigo, a monster born from their collective fear. Days turned into weeks. The screams had long ceased, replaced by an eerie silence. Food ran out, replaced by gnawing hunger. Despair threatened to consume me. Then, one morning, I woke to a low, guttural moan. It came from within me. My scream echoed through the cavern, a desperate, horrified sound. I looked at my hands, gnarled and twisted, and a wave of nausea washed over me. I had become what I feared, a grotesque parody of humanity, forever bound to Hollow Creek and the Wendigo's curse. The only researcher now, forever doomed to document the horror I myself had become. The wind howled like a banshee through the skeletal pines that clawed at the inky sky. Sarah, her boots crunching on the frosted ground, pulled her threadbare coat tighter. The old cabin, a solitary silhouette against the desolate landscape, loomed closer. Its paint was peeling like leprous skin, and a single jagged window gaped like a vacant eye socket. Her inheritance, a place shrouded in whispers and a family history she barely knew. Her parents, consumed by the city's allure, had never spoken of their roots in this forsaken corner of Maine. Now, driven by a morbid curiosity and a dwindling bank account, Sarah was here. The rusty hinges groaned in protest as she pushed the door open. Dust motes danced in the sliver of moonlight that speared through the window. The air hung heavy with the smell of damp earth and something else, a metallic tang that pricked at the back of her throat. The cabin held its secrets close. A faded floral wallpaper clung to the walls, and a rocking chair creaked ominously in the corner. Upstairs, a single bedroom held a dusty cot, and a warped mirror reflecting a distorted version of herself. Sleep, a distant hope, eluded her that night. Every creak of the floorboards, every groan of the wind, sent shivers down her spine.